Yes, say what you say. I can ground pound all day, especially laid with a pretty face, small waist. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Collar tie, Muay Thai, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, what do? I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say. Oops, up off that. Yeah, yes, 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 up off. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. It's hump day, baby, baby, boo, we'll do it, we'll do it. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Sully, what's going on with you? The Paul Turner. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Sorry I'm a little late, but it's on. Listen, hear me out. Did you guys see the Twitter games? Hey, have you guys seen the Twitter games? Huh? Listen, Biz out here looking bad. I'm sorry. How bad do I look? I'm sorry. Listen, have you guys seen the Twitter games? It's Tyson Bell. ShowBizz up late. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, it's building a fight. Thank you. Let me tell you something. I'm going to run through the Twitter games, but I'm going to tell you, like my man said right here, Loco, listen, the fight's going to happen. I figured it all out. The fight is going to happen. And we're going to go down the rabbit hole. We're going to go down the rabbit hole. We're going to go down this whole rabbit hole, and we're going to help promote the fight. Yeah, that's what we're going to do in the community. We want the fight. Let's keep adding fuel to the fire. But listen, the fight's going to happen. And you didn't fool the biz. You almost had me, but you didn't fool the biz. Let me show you guys. I love you, brother. Much love to you. Let me show you guys what's going on. Hold on real quick. Let me share the screen. Let me share the Twitter games. Look at this. Would you look at this? Would you look at this? So Errol the True Spence said, talking all that, okay, on social media, but won't answer the phone. Now, there is a reason that I have to read somebody else's retweet of it. Because Spence deleted it. Spence deleted it. Let me tell you why. He deleted it because the response to that was, at Errol Spence Jr., you're lying. Saying you called me? Don't do that. That's a bad look when you lie to people. Hit the Tyson Bell. Let me tell you something. So it got deleted. Now, there are people that say it's a fake tweet. People are saying that it's a fake tweet. That even strengthens my argument. Let me lay out my argument. And we're going to, I got receipts. We're going to go through the archives. We're going to look at everything, and we're going to see what the war room has to say. It's the community, all right? It's our community, not mine. Hit the Tyson Bell. You got to check me every day. Hold on. What's up, ShowBizz? It's hump day, bye. Thank you so much. Listen, how is it a fake tweet? Someone showed that it was like a combination of Twitter and Facebook. People are like, yo, that's shady. Okay. I don't know if it's a fake tweet or not, but that's what people are saying. Either way, That's a waste of time. Saying it's a fake tweet or not, I don't give a damn. Okay, that's not going to reach our point. Just hold on real quick. Who you want? Cambosa's fight next. Let's talk about the subject. I'm heating up talking about the subject. Somebody comes in talking about Cambosa's. My bad. Look, hold on. Everybody, please. Let's give it to him. That comment was dumb. And if you don't mind, hit
the like. Your fingers over there be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
Hit the Tyson bell. People are so scattered brain. I'm heating up, really talking about the subject. And here comes. So here, listen. Terrence Bud Crawford, Errol the True Spence. The tweeting back and forth. Let me tell you why the fight's going to happen. Because Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's the reason for all of this. Terrence Crawford is the reason for all this. Cute dog, that wasn't a comment. What's the question? Oh my Jesus. Please don't you're done. You got me scattered. All right, let's get back on subject. So listen, Terrence Crawford is the reason. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me tell you why he's the reason. One, Terrence Crawford wanted Errol the True Spence from the very beginning. When everybody else was ducking Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford wanted him. He said, I'll fight him. So Terrence Crawford been going after Errol Spence. Okay. Now here's the number two thing. Terrence Crawford has been going up and down. The thing about Terrence Crawford is this. He's a very transparent and real person when it comes to his feelings. When Terrence Crawford feels that something isn't going to happen, he doesn't discuss it. Look, when Terrence Crawford feels that something isn't going to happen, that it's a waste of time, he takes energy from it. But if he feels that it's going to happen, that's when he gets excited. Meeting Errol Spence, pulling up on him in the hallway, talking mad trash. Now he's in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, wherever he is. Now he's in the waters calling out Errol the True Spence. Now he's doing his Twitter games. That means the fight is going to happen. And the fight is going to happen because Terrence Crawford left Bob Arum. Now let's go down memory lane. Let's go down memory lane. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. James West, thank you so much. Listen. So what's the skinny? Here's the thing. Let's go down memory lane real quick. Check out this that I put together right here. Wait. No. That ain't gonna work. This will work better.
And you got a FaceTime for me and you didn't answer.
I don't know your number. What you talking about? You got my number.
But now you don't save it.
I don't know your number.
Save it.
I'm throwing words out on Twitter just to get likes and retweets. So I called him up. So we had a brief conversation about us two fighting, and he told me what was his plans, and I just told him, like, well, these is my plans and them is your plans. So if your plans is that, then we're not gonna fight. But if we can come to agreement on this, then we gotta fight. And we just talked about the business side of boxing, like it's a business at the end of the day.
I think, we want to fight, but, with Bob Arum and, Al Heyman and, everybody else, I call them the guys in the suits. But the guys in the suits really, want to make sense money-wise. My realistic goals would be Danny Garcia, Pacquiao, and Terrence Crawford. Or Pacquiao and then Terrence Crawford. So, that's my goal. I don't want to leave 147 without fighting Terrence Crawford.
You're right. You put the right amount of money on the table, these guys are going to fight. I got a sense that we'll probably see Errol and Bud in 2022.
Do you see Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fighting at 147 or at 154?
I really don't even see us fighting, to tell you the truth.
Everybody in the world wants to see you and Terrence Crawford fight. Is that something more 2021?
Definitely. That's definitely 2021. That's not going to be my next fight. It's definitely 2021. I don't see it going past 2021.
I got a sense that we'll probably see Errol and Bud in 2022.
Listen. Listen. And then after all that, Spencer's with the.
You see what I did, compared to what he did. So
That's what happened. As soon as the stoppage happened, that's what happened with Errol.
Hey, listen. My thing is.
Listen. Let me run this by y'all. There is a common thing that's going on here. Errol Spence, when he said his plan, hold on real quick. No war room without me, Jay Cooley. Come on, man. We duck no fades. Come on, Jay Cooley. Come on in here. B is always pull receipts. That's why I'm a huge fan. My man hit the Tyson bell. Listen. There is a huge common thread here. There is Errol the True Spence's plan, and then there are the promotion companies, the business making sense. You have Errol Spence's plan, and then you have the business making sense. Hold on. Spence fans out here like John Q. Wife. Spence, you need to do something. I read the tweet. I feel like Denzel off flight. I drank the vodka. So listen, I drank the vodka. So listen. There are two common things. There's Spence's plan, and then there's the business. Okay? Hold on. Let's look at Spence's plan. Now, Spence has always said this: I'm going to unify with everybody else. Before it was Sean Porter, then Pacquiao, then Terrence Bud Crawford. He fought Sean Porter, then he got into the car accident, so then he came back, and that's where you saw him talking to Brian Custer, saying that he's going to fight Danny Swift Garcia, then Pacquiao, then Terrence Crawford. He fought Sean Porter, he fought Danny Swift Garcia. He was going to schedule to fight Pacquiao, torn retina. Now Pacquiao's removed. So what's left? You got Yordanis Ugas now, who beat Pacquiao, and then you have Terrence Crawford. He's never mentioned Ugas, okay? Listen, hold on real quick. Now, Ugas can be a part of the plan now. What Errol Spence was always doing was talking about unifying all the other belts before fighting Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is like, yo, I got a belt, just fight me now. Terrence Crawford is like, what's the problem? Okay? Now, here, let me show you guys the Spence's plan.
Nobody's avoiding Terrence Crawford. There's big fish on this side too that, I gotta fry. So I mean, once I get rid of Pacquiao and Sean Porter, then we can, sit down and talk about Terrence Crawford. But nobody's avoiding him. Like I said, I'm gonna get these belts over here, then I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So the only way to make that happen is to take his belt. So, I mean, nobody's avoiding him.
Huh? Hit the Tyson bell. Shaboing boing, man. Everybody, give it to the Varnell Hill of boxing for the one time. Where we at? There it is.
With a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Varnell man can shaboing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. Bud be like, Errol, come out and play. Hey, listen to me real quick. So forget what we're saying. What the fighters has constantly said. We're going to analyze what the fighters have constantly said. Errol Spence has constantly said that he's going to unify and then fight Terrence Crawford for undisputed. Hold on real quick. Let me see what you have to say. Hit the like and hit and let the truth commence. Love from London Biz. My man, that's right. Everybody, please hit the like for me.
Hit the like, your fingers over there be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
Listen, my man right here. He said it. He made a good point. Not avoiding Bud. He was just never next. Okay. Hold on. Monroe and Bud fans out here eating leftovers. Thanksgiving is over, bro. We ate that food fresh. We had Papa's seafood now. Big fish. War room. Hit the Tyson Bell. That's right. Terrence Bud Crawford had to fight Showtime Sean Porter. Had to. Everybody was talking about fight somebody, fight a bigger name, fight whomever. So he did that. So Terrence Crawford has done everything. He has done everything. Okay. Now he's just sitting here. What else is there to do? All right. Hold on. Let me see. Same man in another video said before the Jeff Horn fight, if he wins that fight, they should fight then. We can't keep leaving stuff out. Cap. Hold on, bro. Calm down. We can calm down. So listen. What Errol Spence has been saying consistently is that he's going to collect everything over in the PBC, and then he's going to cross and fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, Terrence Crawford has done everything he had to do. He became undisputed. He fought Jeff Horn, got a title. What else y'all need me to do? He started fighting. Well, let's fight like opponents. Let's fight Kell Brook. Errol Spence fought Kell Brook. Errol Spence, you fought Showtime Sean Porter. Let me TKO Showtime Sean Porter. What else do I need to do? Oh, wait. Let me tell you something. Y'all need something else? Then hold on. Where are we? Then I just argue.
Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best.
God damn.
Good night. Terrence Crawford has done everything, fought everybody he needed to fight, and then left top rank. So I'm sitting here like this. Hold on. Eddie Hearn said PBC won't let Spence fight Crawford unless he signs for PBC. That's why Hearn said he couldn't sign Crawford as he can't get the fight. Right, Thomas. Right. You're absolutely right. One thing about Eddie Hearn's always saying something about somebody else's business, ain't he? See, that's why people don't like Eddie. I love Eddie like a play cousin. But Eddie's always talking about he got Matchroom. He's always shitting on somebody else's business. And Eddie Hearn sit there like, why nobody don't like me? Brother, you always talk about somebody else's business, ain't you? So look. Oh, you guys are getting busy. I might as well just shut up. I'm sipping the Kool-Aid. Crawford made the fight closer, but I still got Spence hit the Tyson Bell. Okay. So look, Errol the True Spence, he said what he was seeking out to do, he was on the path of doing. Y'all cannot say he wasn't. Y'all can't say he wasn't. Let's listen to it again. Let's listen to it one more time. Let's listen to it one more again. Where we at? Right here.
Nobody's avoiding Terrence Crawford. There's big fish on this side too that, I got to fry. So, I mean, once I get rid of Pacquiao and Sean Porter, then we can, sit down and talk about Terrence Crawford. But nobody's avoiding him. Like I said, I'm going to get these belts over here. Then I'm going to come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm going to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So the only way to make that happen is to take his belt. So, I mean, nobody's avoiding him.
Bob definitely cried in the car. So look. Now listen, I know you guys, I know the war room. Y'all split. Anything positive to say about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford fans are going to say cap. Anything positive to say about Terrence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence fans are going to say cap. But forget all the fanboying. Like I said, be your own men. Stand there, okay? Listen to what is being handed out from the actual data, from the receipts, and assess that. Don't try to put words into their mouths, okay? So here's the thing. Errol Spence said that he was going to do those things, and he fought Sean Porter. He fought Danny Swift Garcia. he had the fight scheduled with Manny Pacquiao, retinal tear. All right. So here's the deal. They said that business was in the way. Terrence Crawford left Bob Arum. Terrence Crawford's a free agent now. You can fight Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence, you can fight Terrence Crawford. All Errol Spence need to do is say he wants to fight Terrence Crawford. PBC will sign him to a 2-fight deal for a fight and a rematch. All you need to do is say you want to fight. PBC would do their thing if they can. But I don't see why not. Terrence Crawford looks like he's available. That fight is a lot of money. I can't see why not. All right, how about that? I don't know what they'll do. I just can't see why not. Maybe you guys can help me out. All right. So if Errol Spence wanted Terrence Crawford right now, it looked like the PBC could, because they don't have top rank in the way. So Errol Spence did what he had to do. And Terrence Crawford did what he had to do. Errol Spence, if you keep plugging in fighters ahead of Terrence Crawford, people are going to start looking at you as a real duck. They're already doing it. Okay. Now we understand that Errol Spence may need a tune-up. He hasn't fought since Danny Swift Garcia. Fine. But if it's going to be a tune-up, it has to be Yordanis Ugas. Okay? It's going to have to be somebody with the title. Because you know it's not going to be this guy. Listen to what Boots had to say.
Kudjatio Abdukakarov, the only guy that was ranked ahead of you for Errol Spence's IBF title. What's your reaction to that?
I guess they're going to make me number one. I got to fight for the number one spot, something like that. I'm the highest in the IBF, so that's the route we're going to go and we're going to take.
If the IBF orders you to be the mandatory, do you see Errol getting in the ring with you?
But that's up to them. That's what they do. Either they fight me or they keep the belt.
How do you see a fight with Errol Spence going?
Anything he can do, I can do better. I'm bigger, faster, stronger, smarter. I'm too hungry right now. I'm hungry. That belt goes on the table, so I'm coming to take that.
See, Errol Spence, with all your time out the ring, the car crash was your fault, drinking and driving. But the retinal tear, somebody should have done you better, telling you not to train that hard, okay? But here's the thing. With all of the injuries and the time outside the ring, you're starting to burn candles from both ends. You got Terrence Bud Crawford, who is your Hearns. If you're Ray Leonard, he's your Hearns, okay? No matter what, that is the guy. That's like Ali and Frazier. That's your dude. That's like Floyd and Pacquiao. That's your dude. But you got a hungry young lion breathing down your neck on this end. The IBF has yet to mandate Boots Ennis. So the time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. At some point, they're going to mandate that guy. Now, Boots said he doesn't know if he has to fight somebody to be ranked number one because he's at 3 now. Okay, but Abdu lost. So he has to jump up to 2. I don't know. I don't know if he has, like he said, Boots said, I don't know if I have to fight somebody to be ranked number 1 or how that is, but he's not mandated yet. Once he is, tick, 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 breathing down his neck. Now I'm going to say something about Errol Spence here. Exactly. They both great. We're in an era we need our Hagler Hearns. 100% hit the Tyson Bell. But I'm going to say something. Here's a little caveat, okay? Errol Spence hasn't said much. He gave us a little hint, though. He told the Schmo, I think I have it here. Let me make sure I have the video. But he told the Schmo, when he asked, do you have anything to say to Terrence Crawford? I believe Errol Spence said, get your money. Hold on real quick. Let's see if I have it here. Maybe I don't.
It was a pretty good fight. I mean, it was entertaining. He did his thing. He definitely did his thing. Sean definitely did his thing, too. I feel like Sean ain't as hungry as he used to be, contemplating retirement before the training camp and things like that. So the vintage Sean would have did a lot better.
Would you make a Bud Crawford quitting Top Rank on the spot with Bob Arum sitting right next to him?
Oh, his contract up. I mean, get your money, baby.
Get your money, baby. Then he ran off. Ha! Hit the Tyson Bell. That can mean come over here to the PBC. So let me round this out a little bit, and then we're going to talk, okay? I just wanted to lay down the tracks. Now we're going to drive over, all right? I'm going to tell you something about Al Heyman and the PBC that I admire, okay? I'm going to tell you what I admire. Lately, they just been making fights happen. They haven't been talking. They just make the damn fight. When Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao was announced, we didn't even know they were talking. There was no back and forth on Twitter. Errol Spence's silence may be the best news we've gotten. Him tweeting and deleting a tweet, or it's a fake tweet or whatever. Errol Spence's silence may just be the best thing we've gotten. Somebody leaked that Castaño versus Jermell Charlo is happening February. We don't know, okay? Hold on real quick. Bud is Cap gonna duck during negotiations? Eric is just a fanboy. What else we got? If Bud isn't fighting, he's normally catching fish. Right. Hit the Tyson bell. So listen. And if you guys like what we're doing over here, make sure you guys hit the like. Hit the like.
Your fingers over there be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
I was trolling, guys, for the sake of debate, because I'm picking Spence, but neither guy is ducking, though. Bingo. But we can argue all day. Prime Kell Brook beats Bud. Prime Kell Brook, man, that guy was a problem. He was the best welterweight in the world at the time. Let me see. People are calling Bud desperate for calling out Spence, but it's fine for Charlo and Benavidez to chase Canelo for years. I hate fanboy nonsense. That's a good point. But I'm going to tell you this, too. I like desperation. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. I like desperation. I'm desperate all the time. I'm desperate to be successful. I'm desperate to leave a great legacy behind for my children. Desperation is great. I use desperation. I'm permanently hungry. So, like I said, there is a new wave of people that we're changing, okay? In this community, we're changing that. Oh, he's clout chasing. Hey, act like you're great without doing the great things. That's what goes on now. You see that on Instagram all the time. Fake booties. A whole bunch of makeup. My boy showed me an Instagram model, said, dang, ain't she fine? I said, I don't know what she looks like. I don't know what that woman look like. I see makeup and a damn filter, a bruised butt that I know is bruised, and it's been spray painted and everything. I don't know what's going on. Fake as all hell. People are faking great and not doing what it takes. Hit the Tyson bell. People are faking great and not doing what it takes, and people like that. No, be desperate. Make the fight. Terrence Bud Crawford begging for the fight. Charlo's whatever. Y'all begging for cool. But make fights happen. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay? So look. That's not in for me. Acting like you're great isn't great enough for me. Let me see what else we got. That's insane, Biz. Bud out here acting like Bishop from the movie Juice. Hey, Q! Hey, Q! You gotta start snatching some collars and let those motherfuckers know you're ready to take them out anytime you feel like it. You better get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in a blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. You might as well be dead your damn self. Hit the Tyson bell. What else we got? Prime Kell Brook beats the lot, I believe. He was a problem and nobody got called out for ducking. Yeah, absolutely. So look, I want to say this. Errol Spence has a fight being negotiated. That's why he's so quiet. They're done. The PBC is a little bit different here, and I've been noticing that. Okay? Greatness must be earned. 100%. Hold on, Sully. Biz, happy hump day. Hope all is well with you. Welterweight golden era, Bud versus Spence, then Boots, Ben, and Ortiz in the mix. These the real kings. Oh yeah. Biz been waiting his whole life for that moment. Let me see. I hope Spence Crawford lives up to our expectations. Questions. How do you feel about each man resume individually and compared? All love from Philly. Okay, I'll tell you. Hit the Tyson bell. Here. Just real quick. I think the PBC are making fights happen without talking. I think Terrence Crawford is getting that good vibe energy. Now he's talking about it. You guys heard when I put in that video, when I showed that clip, he said, I don't think we're going to fight. Well, he was still with Top Rank. He was still with Bob Arum, and he knew how many laser beams he had to jump over to make the fight happen. Now, as a free agent, now after beating Showtime Sean Porter, now getting a wave of fans behind him, on top of him being a free agent, he knows that it's on. Here's the Tyson Bell. He knows that the fight is near. He can smell it. I can smell it. He can smell it. So that's why he's talking more. Everybody, why is Terrence Crawford talking so much? Because he's happy. He knows that the fight is around the corner. I'm thinking the fight's going to happen 2022. I'm not falling for the Twitter games. I'm not falling for which I know you guys saw the thumbnail. It's a little spin on the Squid Games, all right, which I loved, by the way. As soon as I saw the voiceovers, listen, you guys, I love the old Kung Fu movies, right? You killed my brother. Prepare to die. I love that. So when I saw Squid Games, I was like, oh yeah. Anywho, the Twitter games is happening because the fight is getting closer. The fight is getting closer. I think Errol Spence, to be the best Errol Spence, he may just need a tune-up, but I'm not sure if that actually happens. Okay? I'll tell you this, though. He only has so many directions to go. Errol Spence, either he fight Yordanis Ugas, or he's mandated to fight Boots, or he has to fight Terrence Crawford. See, when you're away from the game, stuff start pending, right? When you're away, when you go away, and let's say, how about this? Have you ever been on vacation? You've been on vacation from your job, and even when you're on the beach with the Corona, right? With a drink in your hand, when I get to work, boy, your email is going to be piled up. Boy, when I get to work, boy, oh my goodness. That's Errol Spence. He's been out the game. Work is starting to pile up. Now all gloves are pointing at him. Terrence Crawford glove, Yordanis Ugas, and here comes Boots. Squid Games. Hold on real quick. $2 for the impressive Kung Fu voice. Hit the Tyson Bell. Thank you so much. Free at last. Thank God Almighty Buzz, free at last. 100%. Now, someone asked me about their resumes. I'm gonna do it this way. Forever, to me, Errol the True Spence had a better resume, and I think it's still slightly better. Okay, that Sean Porter edition really jumped up Terrence Crawford's resume because he cleared out the 140 division, but there weren't too many people that can really get at him, right? Gamboa was too small, 135. There wasn't too many people that can get at him, really, okay? But needless to say, he cleared it out, okay? So fine, all right? At 147, he ain't really do much at all. But I'll tell you this, though. Amir Khan, you can't really, Benavidez, you can't really, Horn, okay, it's okay. Right? But when he beat Showtime Sean Porter and he stopped him, it brought more light to the Kell Brook victory for me. Oh, that boy's just that damn good. Huh? So, Kell Brook, Errol Spence, Kell Brook. Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Sean Porter. And I understand what you're going to say. Well, when Kell Brook fought Errol Spence, Kell Brook only had one broken orbital bone. When he fought Terrence Crawford, he had two. Good point. Okay. But when he fought Errol Spence, he just came from Triple G and came down from middleweight. At least when he fought Terrence Crawford, he had some years to recover from the broken orbital bones. And he had a couple wins at 154. So he was on a winning streak when coming to 147. He didn't come from 160, came from 154. And he was on a winning streak. So it's kind of hit the Tyson Bell. On top of that, Kell Brook was getting busy at the beginning of that fight. Okay? So, okay. He just, no matter what, I always thought Terrence Crawford's victory over Kell Brook was extremely, extremely fantastic. All right? But you know Kell Brook wasn't a prime Kell Brook. You have to ask yourself, how much of a prime Kell Brook was he against Errol the True Spence? Sean Porter. But Errol Spence has Danny Swift Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Lamont Peterson, stuff like that. Hit Tyson Bell. I still think Errol Spence's resume is slightly better. I do think Terrence Bud Crawford's accomplishments are greater. All right? I hope that answer your question. Let me see what $1 Trillion got to say. I thought the WBA was blocking Spence from fighting Ugas. Spence needs a tune-up. I think it should be Ugas. It makes sense. Them boys better get busy because that killer boots is lurking. Everything you said, fantastic. Let me see. Bud has always been impressive, but his precision and power lately off the chain. Everybody, flex on. See, ha. This is, though Terrence Crawford has gotten a little bit older, this is a more prime Terrence Crawford. Everybody, why haven't you hit the like, though? Why have you not hit the like? Close the chat box. We still got 30 minutes. Hit the like.
Hit the like. Your fingers over there be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
We're talking boxing, having a great time. Please support the channel. All you need to do is hit the like to support the channel. All right. Let me see. Leonard Ellerby is the funniest man in boxing. Not only is he actively trying catch a fade with Eddie Hearn, funny, but he's going in on fans about not releasing Tank's pay-per-view numbers after telling the whole world Haney sold 2K tickets. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Look, that's what I'm saying. And that whole world of flexing how many numbers, pay-per-view sales, who got, it's hard for me to analyze that so much. It's hard for me to give a damn. It's very hard for me to give a damn. Okay. But let's talk some more Errol the True Spence versus. Oh, I do want to show you guys this. Hold on. I think I got the video. Did you guys see real quick Ryan Garcia show up Tank Davis? And he pretty much says, hold on. Here it is right here. Hold on real quick. He pretty much says, this is how you fight with only one hand. Hold on real quick. I support so much YouTube not notifying. Hit the Tyson Bell. Everybody, you got to hit the like button so everybody can get notified. That's how everybody gets notified. When you only have so many likes, they only notify so many people. If you hit more likes, more people get notified. Check out what Ryan Garcia did. This is magnificent. Jesus. That guy still has the best left hook in the game. He said, oh, you only got one hand? He's like, Tank, you only have one hand? If you can't use your other hand fully? Man, that kid can fight, man. That kid can fight. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that kid back in the ring. See what he's looking like. I can't wait to see what he's looking like. Hopefully he's back focused. Hopefully he's working on that head movement before he goes. Okay, hit the Tyson Bell. Hopefully. Oh, shout out to Wilder and Tyson Fury for having the fight of the year. Their third fight being fight of the year. Beautiful. I think it deserved it. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez for being fighter of the year. So I got to look at all those things, but that's magnificent too. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this real quick. Before we talk about Lomachenko, real quick. Boots Ennis on the hunt for Errol the True Spence, okay? I don't think Spence fights him. I just don't think he fights him. I think he has too much pending before he goes to 154, and I don't think Boots is a part of that. But if he waits too long, Boots is going to be in his face when the IBF mandates it, okay? But let me ask you guys real quick. I just want to see what the boxing fans have to say. Who do you guys think win that fight? Errol the True Spence or Jerron Boots Ennis? I'm curious. I'm curious. Before we move on, I don't think he fights him either. My man said a draw. Spence by TKO, Boots, Spence, Errol, Spence, Boots too fast, Spence. There's a lot of Spence. Ennis, Edges, it now since Spence, now Spence is 2 years Boots. Right, now Spence in 2 years Boots. I like that. Boots, Spence. The experience is big. Still learning about Boots. I hear you. Let me see what you have to say. Biz, where is Virgil Ortiz in the rankings of WBO for the Crawford belt? Rank number 1, I believe. I don't think he's mandated though. Let me see. Boots, Truth, get him now. I got to see Spence back in the ring 100%. Now, Boots is in the top 3 of every sanctioned body. So he's ranked in the top 3 in the WBA, IBF, WBO, and WBC. Okay. So what's going on with Boots right now is he's going to be breathing down everybody's neck. All right. So they're going to have to really get busy. I just want to hear what you guys thought about that. It is a tough one. Spence been tested before. Boots will be a good match. Yeah, that's the thing. Or it can be a Roy Jones, James Toney situation. Okay. But with that said, I think Errol Spence, the experience goes to him for sure. It's hard to say Boots beats him, but I do think skill-wise, Boots may be the best one next to Terrence Bud Crawford. Skill and that's an argument. Okay. So let's move on. So Lomachenko, the whole Kambosos lotto ticket. All right. Who do I think is more deserving? And I've been asked this. I was just asked this in the war room. I was asked this all yesterday. I was asked a lot of things about Canelo, so we'll talk about Canelo a little bit too. Who's more deserving of the Kambosos lotto? Tank Davis, Lomachenko, or Devin the Dream Haney? And I'm going to stay consistent, and I've answered this a ton of times. And I don't know if people don't watch the show enough, but I've answered this a ton of times. And I'm going to say again, Devin the Dream Haney. I can understand if you guys say Lomachenko, he's been champ before, all those things. He's collected the titles. Haney didn't. All those things. Fine. Okay. Lomachenko beat Nakatani, beat Richard Coleman on his way back. He's fought Teofimo Lopez. Fine. All right. Still, you cannot, just like when somebody said, oh, Spence isn't avoiding Boots. Isn't avoiding Terrence Crawford. It's just always somebody else before him. That was the great point. You can't keep pushing Haney back. Haney deserves it more than everybody. Tank Davis hasn't really sat at 135 and done much. So not Tank. Lomachenko or Haney. All right. And I think Haney, especially the WBC route, he's taken the WBC route right to undisputed. Hit the Tyson Bell. I think he deserves to fight. I think that's the integrity move. I've been saying that. I keep saying it. I think that's the integrity move for Kambosos to fight Haney. But I am going to say this as well, and I know it's hard for people to calculate, to understand this. It is very difficult for people. And they think it's double talk, and they think it's, I don't know how people can't follow this. I think Devin the Dream Haney deserves it the most. But if Loma and Kambosos fight, I'm watching it. And that's a great fight. And that is a big balls move for Kambosos, because I don't think Kambosos beats Lomachenko. I think he has a harder time against Lomachenko than Devin the Dream Haney. Both can be true. I think Devin Haney deserves to fight the most. But if he fights Lomachenko, I'm watching it. If he fights Tank Davis, I'm watching it. For some reason, in the comments, people don't get it. I don't know how. Let me see. Gotta see Boots go the distance. I order to see to say that he'll be yeah. Absolutely. That was a good point. Let me see. For Knox in the Box. Thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't, jump in my description box and click on Knox in the Box. We went Christmas tree shopping. Knox picked out the tree. Check that out. Knox in the Box, man. This is a very cute one. I mean, my eyes watered up towards the end, even editing the thing. So it's a Christmas special. Check that out. Go to Knox in the Box. It's in my link in the description box. Make sure you subscribe to the little guy. If you have children, you definitely your children will definitely enjoy it. Okay. Let me see. What else we got? Devin Haney. Why fight Loma now? Get the belt. Cam. Yeah. Hit the Tyson Bell. Fight Loma now because it's just amazing. Right? I mean, that's just big balls. That's just like, that's amazing. All right. If you do something like that, that's amazing. Another reason Loma versus Kambosos is a bigger money fight than Devin Haney versus Kambosos in Australia. It is what it is. Know how I know? Because I was told. I was told by promoters. Okay. So it is a bigger money fight. All right. It is what it is. Devin Haney doesn't travel as well as Lomachenko. Okay. So it's a bigger money fight too. Let me see. The thing is, Kambosos doesn't have to fight Devin Haney. I just think it's the best move. I think Devin Haney deserves it more. Haney is literally the only one who successfully defended the WBC title 4 times. Good point. All the top dogs escape to 154 to avoid Boots. Not to avoid Boots, because they're growing. All right, hit the Tyson Bell. Sometimes it's not just escaping, but if you knew more boxing, you'll get that, right? You'll get that people grow, and then you'll have someone. Ask Canelo Alvarez to fight at 154. Is he escaping Jermell Charlo? No, he can't. He can't fight effectively at 154. All right, so learn a little bit more. For the community, much love from Care, North Carolina. Thanks so much. Hit the Tyson Bell, my man James West. All right, so look. Canelo Alvarez. Ha! Hold on, let me get my Powerade. I got a lot of comments. All right. When I talked about why Canelo Alvarez is a GOAT. A GOAT. For me, a GOAT is top 100. Okay. For me, top 50, top 100 of all time. You're a GOAT for me. Because I know there's been millions of fighters. Okay. So if you're in the top 100, that's you're one of the greatest of all time. Okay. That's what GOAT means. Greatest of all time. All right. So you're a GOAT. So look. When I said the fact that a unified ranked number 1 heavyweight champion and a unified ranked number 1 welterweight champion ranked in the pound for pound, both called out Canelo Alvarez in the same year. Hit the Tyson Bell. I said, I've never seen that before. But here's the thing, to go further, the fact that Canelo is capable. So you have people saying, well, Canelo would duck Usyk. A heavyweight? Canelo is at a point where he is a 5'7", 5'8" middleweight, okay? Who people would call ducking if he doesn't fight the unified heavyweight champion. I remember when people said Floyd was ducking Triple G, I was like, huh? You can get so great that if you don't do the unthinkable, you're ducking. Oh, yeah, he wouldn't want to fight Tyson Fury, would he? Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, you think Floyd will beat Mike Tyson? Shit. That's when you have gotten insanely great. You don't ask Jamal Charlo to fight Usyk. If Jamal Charlo isn't fighting Usyk, he's ducking. You don't do that shit. Hit the Tyson bell. That only happens when somebody is that great. And I was just saying, the idea, the fact that it's being spoken about shows that Canelo Alvarez is a GOAT. That's all I was saying. What say you? I love your boxing knowledge, but yeah, just a smart dude. Oh, thank you so much, man. Yeah, my bad. What if Crawford and Errol fight at 154 instead? Well, that's what I had in my. I'll play the video again. When Terrence Crawford said we won't fight at 147 or 154. Now, this is how I feel. It'll be a little bit dimmer of a light if they fight at 154, all because it would be better if they fought for unification or undisputed on top of it. That's just major, okay? Plus, all the sanctioned bodies get paid. But that's just major. The accolades on top of it. Whoever wins holding all the straps. If they fight at 154 and neither one of them got belts and they just fight, that's fine. That's fine. I love to see them fight anyway. Okay? I don't give a damn where it is. I like your point, though, because I often mention that when it comes to these guys at lightweight. Don't worry. Tank Davis and Devin Haney could probably fight at 140. Chill. Don't worry. Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez can probably fight at 140. Right? Kambosos will probably end up at 147. So you know what I'm saying? These guys are young. They'll meet each other at 140. All right. You got Devin Haney, 23 years. He's young. He's young. I mean, that's actually, that's a kid for me. That's a kid. My oldest daughter is 20. So when I look at Devin Haney, you feel what I'm saying? For me, I'm like, that's a kid. Right? So he's young. He's young. And Ryan Garcia, I'm like, he's a dope kid. Right? Those guys are young. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me see. $1 trillion. Let me see what you have to say. I disagree with it being a bigger money fight, Biz. Oh, Eddie Hearn just paid Cam and Lopez their biggest payday. Cam will carry the pay-per-view numbers. Yeah. In Australia, Cam is big, and I know you disagree, and that's fine. But the truth of the matter is, Lomachenko travels better than Devin Haney. No one knows Devin Haney like that in Australia. They're going to just come for Cam, and you and I agree on this. Cam fighting in Australia, everybody going to show up anyway. He can be fighting a punch bag. That's why the money thing ain't that big of a deal for me, right? I just mentioned the reasons why he would choose Lomachenko, but it's not that big of a deal to me, right? Because either way, he's coming home to fight as undisputed champ. So everybody in Australia, they're gonna fill up the stadium anyway. It really doesn't matter. All right. So for me, fight Devin Haney. It's cool. I mean, to get caught up on that little thing, it really doesn't really matter. We'll see who Kambosos is going to fight next, and either way, I'm watching the fight. Right? Either way, I'm watching the damn fight. I mean, some stuff ain't worth, $1 trillion when you get so old, some stuff just ain't even worth the debate. All right, you think Devin Haney's worth more. I've been told time and time again by people in the business that Kambosos versus Lomachenko is more money in Australia. But who gives a damn? You can say, I just want to see the fight. Whoever fights. James West, thank you so much. Let me see. You think Canelo ducked Bivol since he fighting a cruiser? No. because I mentioned this before. Canelo went up a weight class to fight ShowBizz Jr., then came right back down and fought Triple G. He went up, jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Kovalev, came back down, became undisputed at 168. He jumps up 2 weight classes to fight a cruiserweight. He's going to come back down, fight at light heavyweight. That's what he does. So no. Let me see. What else we got? Spence moves up. For me, he becomes the biggest duck in this era. Terrence isn't as young. If he moves up, if he grows out of the weight class, you can't do anything about it. All right. If he moves up because, hey, I just want to move up. Yeah. But he doesn't even talk about it. So I don't know why we're talking about it. Errol Spence don't even mention moving up. He keeps saying, and I can keep playing the videos over and over again, but he keeps saying, I'm not going to move up until I'm undisputed. When Derek James was talking, Derek James said, we got about a year or 2 left at 147. We can be undisputed before he goes to 154. So nobody's mentioned 154, but y'all coming up with ideas and then calling him a duck for it. No one even talking about it. Hit the Tyson bell. You know what I mean? Man, if ShowBizz cut his hair bald, I swear be the ugliest man. I'm not even talking about cutting my hair. His eyes would be really big if he cut his hair bald. Like, what? That's not even the discussion. Let me see. Train down. Canelo is going to push it until he finds adversity. Yep. He wants to be beaten. All conquerors yearn to meet their match. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Willie, flex on him. See. Hold on. See. Pow. Almost hit my mouth with this. And you almost saw me spit out a front tooth, bleed, and rush my ass to the hospital. All right. I almost pop. I was moving my head forward. And it was, boy, let that happen live. That shit would go viral. Before that confusion with the franchise, they wanted to make Loma undisputed with T.O., but he lost. They wanted to make Loma undisputed with T.O. Okay. Before the franchise confusion, that would, hold on. Giving Loma the shoot now will allow them to pick up where he dropped the ball. Loma still won't have to fight Devin for the WBC. Neither does Kambosos. It's not just Loma. Kambosos don't want to fight him. Don't have to fight him for the WBC. You can't unify the franchise and the full-time title. Before that confusion with the franchise, they wanted to make Loma undisputed with T.O., but he lost. No. The fight with Loma and T.O. was the confusion. So the Loma and T.O. fight wasn't before the confusion. That's what caused the confusion. Lomachenko became the franchise champion. And then, when he first became the franchise champion, everybody said, what is that? And they said, well, it's a designation that you can't lose. You can't lose the transfer, the designation. And then right before the fight happened with Teofimo Lopez, they made it for undisputed. So that was the confusion. All right, then let me see. But he lost given. Now, what you're saying, though, Willie, I think Devin Haney can use that. If Devin Haney isn't next, I think it would be smart for Devin Haney to throw on the bad guy hat and say, they all ducking me. Cam doesn't want me. He picked Lomachenko. And if Lomachenko fight Cam, he'll say he ducked me. He's going to duck me again. Devin Haney should use duck over and over and over again. He should be the villain. Nobody wants me. They're all ducking me. He should play the villain as much as possible. If Cam takes on Lomachenko next, oh my God, he should go crazy. Hit the Tyson bell. He should go crazy. All right. So what you're saying, though, is a tool that can be used for Devin Haney because perception becomes reality. What I do in this community, we speak the truth, and people refuse to accept the truth because it doesn't help with their narrative. Because narrative and perception becomes reality. If you look at media would keep spewing the same thing to curve the environment, to curve all the viewers so they can sell what they're trying to sell. That's media. It's all about selling something. Okay. So you're going to curve so you can sell what you want to sell. Let me tell you what I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to sell watching the sport of boxing just for the sport of boxing. And I'm trying to remove all the other bells and whistles that we got so into because it's making us bad boxing fans. It got to the point where somebody can watch Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder and say, oh, that's a long count, exposing that they never watched any other boxing match before. If so, they never paid attention until Wilder versus Fury. You saw, oh, the glove bent. We never seen that before. Well, you never put all fights in super slow-mo before. And then I'm showing other gloves being bent, other gloves being wrinkled, other knuckles through the gloves, all that. I'm showing that in all my debunk videos because you never even slowed it down before. That's the first time you ever done it. So I'm like, oh, we're becoming bad boxing fans. So that's what I'm selling, right? Hit the Tyson bell. So everybody's selling something. Everybody's selling something. So you got to watch the perception and the narrative because it's going to curve the consumer so they can rely on your service. Let me see. I got to go in a minute. I actually got to go like right now. Yeah, I got to go like right now. Hold on. So before I go, let me see what else I got. Better BF versus Brown. Am I calling the fight? I'm going to be calling Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Ha! Hit the Tyson bell. I mean, wait, hold on. They're both this Saturday coming up, huh? Keep the truth coming. All right, so everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show. I got to run. And pick up KNOX in the box. ShowBizz the adult. Thank you guys so much. I hope we can talk some more tomorrow in regards to this whole Terrence Bud Crawford, Errol the True Spence thing. I hope you guys enjoyed all the receipts. We'll talk a little bit more about Canelo, Kambosos. We'll talk some better BF and Brown. We'll talk some Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. I hope you guys seen that on Showtime, the part 1, part 2, all access. Check it out if you haven't. Okay, so everybody, we good? We good? That's Fight Friday. The fight's Friday. Oh, so I'm definitely calling now. I thought it was Saturday. Bet. So it's Friday. Okay, handle your biz. Thank you so much. I'm out. Huh. Beautiful.